I was beginning to think that season 19 of Arthur had completely neglected LaDonna, but finally we have a LaDonna-focused episode, and I'm glad to see her. Arthur isn't. This is the second segment of the 9th episode of the 19th season, and in this one, Buster spends time with LaDonna. They go to the movie theatre together because Arthur's unable to join them. So it's not like Buster and LaDonna went behind Arthur's back. But something funny happens there, and they tell Arthur the story, and they kind of keep laughing about it for a couple of days, and Arthur feels increasingly left out. And he tries to cozy up to Buster, making him a pie, doing other things to remind him that he is his best friend, and when the anxiety doesn't go away, he takes drastic measures. And I'll talk with a spoiler warning about what those drastic measures are, but I will say Arthur of the last few seasons is not a very nice person. He definitely lets his negative emotions get the better of him, and this is what we see here. But the message ultimately is that actually more than one person can be best friends. And I think this is a fantastic topic to discuss for younger children, for young viewers, because often friends will fall out when a third person comes into the mix. And I think with a lot of children, three's a crowd. Best friends often work when there are just two people, and of course there are exceptions. Many children have multiple best friends and they get on well as a group, but I know for me, growing up, I always had one best friend, and sometimes that best friend would not be as close to me if they were best friends with somebody else, and I'd get a different best friend, but ultimately best friends come back together. So I think it's a really great message for younger children that actually, if there is a third person, you can all be best friends. It doesn't just have to be two people. I know friendship bracelets and things generally come in pairs when you buy them. Maybe they should, try and sell them as bigger sets. I don't know. But certainly it's a very important message for the target audience. Arthur was not a very nice person, but I can understand where his motivations were from. But he learned his lesson pretty quickly. So spoilers from now, I will discuss what Arthur does. Arthur tells lies. He tells LaDonna that Buster said something about her. He tells Buster that LaDonna said something about him. And that's to drive a wedge between them and break them apart. What Arthur didn't count on is the fact that Buster and LaDonna will talk about it and realise that it was Arthur spreading lies. I think that unfolded very quickly. We didn't get to have a negative opinion of Arthur for too long. In fact, it was a couple of minutes that this happened over. So I think that worked quite well. The pacing of the episode is really good. It is a really good episode with definitely an important message for the target audience. And as I said, I was glad to see LaDonna, so not too bad at all.